What's up, guys? So in today's video we're going to be looking at my PSA M10 K1. It's kind of a clone based off the Knight's Armament M110 K1. So it's going to give you guys a little bit of an overview on this thing, kind of things I've done to it, kind of why, and just kind of go over the rifle. Some specs on the rifle. So it's an AR-10, so it shoots 7.62 by 51 or 308. It's got a 16-inch barrel on it, and it's got an adjustable gas block, which is great. But yeah, that's just kind of the rifle. It's kind of a shorter 308, I guess a DMR, you could say. Kind of want to give you guys an overview, kind of how I like this thing and what I have all done to it. So the muzzle brake that's on here is just the standard 3-prong that comes with the rifle. Works fine, but eventually I will probably put the Surefire muzzle brake on it to eventually get the Surefire 7.62 suppressor for this. And I think that'll be a nice little setup. Probably an FDE too. I think that'll look pretty good. I have the Harris 6-9 bipod on here, which is great. Kind of that old school GWAT look. It's adjustable, which is great. So that is good. And then it just kind of folds out of the way, which is great. On top here, like I have in my Mark 18 video, I got another one of these Zenit Go clone Pursed 4 laser on here with the integrated button and pressure pad. You can change the brightness of the laser with this little dial here, and kind of works on this longer rifle because you have more rail space, which is nice. So this is just kind of a fun piece, and I've been testing it out, just gonna see how long it survives on a 308. So that'll be interesting. On my Mark 18, it's totally fine, so it'd be interesting to see how well this does. So on this side, I have the Surefire M600 Scout Light on there. It's a 1,000 lumen Scout Light, which is fantastic, and it's in that FDE color because I kind of wanted to do a little bit of mix of FDE and black. Coming along to here, so now this is kind of like the most important part, I guess you could say, that gives it the M110 K look. These are the real Knight's Armament rail covers, and they do fit on here. And I figured out a way to attach them to the PSA rail. So the Knight's one, I believe the actual, like these holes that are all here, I believe they're all threaded. So you literally just get the screw and then it screws right into the rail. Now on PSAs, I don't know why, but maybe, you know, patent or something like that, they can't do that. So what I did is the plastic rail fits over everything. And then I just bought some bolts, like some M-lock style bolts, and then the M-lock little connectors in the back. And I just fed the M-lock on the back side of this and then screwed that in and just kind of held it in place. And it worked perfect. And then I also, to cover up the hole here, I just did another bolt through there. And then the hand stop up here also worked because this is just a standard M-lock on the bottom. So this one worked no problem, but the side covers without having to, you know, just kind of, you know, tape it or wrap it or whatever. So yeah, so that worked great. So if you're kind of looking to do something similar, it is possible to do, and it's not too bad. So really like these rail covers, kind of gives it that the whole look, of course, and I really like it. So Sling is just the Magpul. This is the MS4 Sling. I have this in my Mark 18, really like it, and we'll go ahead and get that out of the way. So I gotta be careful what we say here on YouTube because the videos have been just getting straight up demonetized. So what I have on top here is the Arkin EP8. This is a 1:8 LPVO, and I really like it. I have the Arkin EP5. They're 5-25 on my Mark 13, and really liked it. So I figured I would just try the EP8. The glass is great. And I actually kind of like the reticle. It's kind of weird, but I kind of like it, and shoots great and does everything I need it to do. And it's illuminated reticle, which is great, and I think it looks pretty good. But yeah, I wanted something that wasn't quite like a full-blown scope, something that still has a 1X, and yeah, really like it. So you get the scope and then you get the mount as well. And yeah, I don't have a discount code or anything like that. I actually use Texas Plinking's discount code, and that gets you a bunch of money off. But so coming back to the charging handle, I have the PRI Gas Buster. This originally comes with the Raptor Radian, which is a great charging handle, but kind of for that look, I wanted a more, you know, mil-spec type look, and the gas buster is nice. If I do suppress it, that'll be a little bit better, but it kind of gives it that, you know, more M110 look. That's just kind of the theme with this, is just kind of make it look as good or as close to the original as possible without, you know, being, you know, getting a real Knights for, you know, $15,000 to $30,000 or whatever it is. Another thing I did was I swapped out the safety. This has just a standard mil-spec safety on it. It comes with actually a really nice safety. It comes with the Raptor, or it comes with the Radian Talon, I think they call it. But I wanted the old school safety on here, and I kind of like that. So it does come with these upgraded lower pins, lower and upper pins, I guess you want to say. These are nice. Easy to get in and out, which is great. So that's a nice upgrade that they do. It's kind of funny. A lot of this stuff is really nice and upgraded for the price. And yeah, so it comes with their, I think they call it their Sabre, like their Sabre claw or something like that. But we'll go ahead and ghost the trigger together. But yeah, so it comes with their Sabre claw. Really nice two-stage trigger. Very little take up here, and then. But it's just, yeah, super light, great trigger on it. Really, really impressed that they did that. So another thing, the one thing I don't like is, so I added just a standard AR-15 bolt catch and bolt release, and it doesn't work great. So they added this kind of big chunk of metal here, and that really took away from changing anything out. I actually got, I think was it Troy? I bought another, just a more mil-spec looking one, but nothing really fits here. The one that comes on this, I don't know why they picked it. It's kind of, it's actually really ugly looking. It's like a triangle thing that's all like skeletonized. Don't really like it. So this works. You just have to kind of really almost like use your finger and your nail here. So I don't know what I'm gonna do, you know, because obviously if you really had to use this rifle, it's, you know, not great having to kind of jam this kind of funny. But I tried a bunch of different ones. They don't work because they kind of built this area up too much, where you really can only either use this one or the one that it came with. So I might switch it back to the one that it came with. I just, for the video, I think it looks just better with the standard mil-spec one. But magazines. These are the standard capacity. These are, I think, Duramag. Yeah, these are the Duramag. I got a couple other ones. I got a black one and some PMags. They work great. This is the upgrade or the updated version. So apparently these run a little bit better, but this runs just great for me. And then we won't say what's back here, but this is the B5 SOP mod. This actually comes with it. It's in the coyote color. This comes with the rifle too, and it's probably my favorite, the one that is out there. So that is a nice upgrade. And then the other thing, it did come with a B5. This area came with a B5, and I really liked it, but I think just the standard A2 just looks better on this rifle. Just kind of, like I said, just kind of completes that look. And so I just went with this over that. But the other one does look really good, really comfortable. It's actually a better grip. But overall, really happy. So in full transparency, I took this to the range for the first time, and it was not running properly. Basically, it would only cycle with the gas block wide open at 12. Otherwise, it seemed undergassed, and would only function on 12. It would cycle, but then the bolt would not hold open. So sent it into PSA. They're really great as far as customer service goes. Literally, you know, filled out the little form like, hey, got this problem. They asked for a couple pictures, and they said, yep, send it in. So no charge to me at all. Like, they pay for the shipping. You just put it back in the box, send it back to them. And they took, I think like a month they took, you know, to diagnose it and then fix it. Ended up being, I'll put the email on the screen here, but something about someone installed the gas plunger either backwards or something. So they put it in and they did some test rounds, and yeah, so then I took it to the range and she runs perfect now. So yeah, just a little disclaimer that, you know, this rifle didn't function properly when I got it. They fixed it, no problem. And so that's kind of nice. I know a lot of other companies wouldn't do that. So it's nice that you really don't have to worry about it. And it didn't cost me a dime to have this fixed, which is great. So very happy with that, happy with how they handled it. And yeah, but other than that, that is pretty much the rifle. Like I said, a couple things I want to do. I want to do the muzzle device up front, change that out to the Surefire one. Oh yeah, something I did forget to mention too. It's got an ambidextrous. It's got an ambi bolt release, which is great. So just on this right side here, you just push here and it just drops the bolt, which is fantastic. So yeah, it's a really nicely done rifle. They really nailed the look of this. Like I said, a couple of the gripes, the bolt catch here, can't really, get a decent looking one. Really can't use any other aftermarket ones, which is kind of a bummer. But I mean, if that's the worst thing, whatever. But yeah, and then for the price, pretty great. And it's a great shooter. So that's gonna do it for the video, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, definitely give the video a thumbs up. That helps me out a bunch, guys. And we'll catch you guys in the next video.
Roger, I do have tag leads. I guess location, over.